Hey Star Warriors, Geek here, to share my experience from Episode 7's Midnight Madness, and later, my Force Friday haul. Make sure you watch to the end for a very special limited time Force Friday offer for channel subscribers. This one might save you some money on cool merch, so don't miss it. For a quick backstory, on September 4th, 2015, fans of all ages lined up in front of their favorite retail stores to get the very first products from Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Stores such as Toys R Us, Walmart, and Target participated by opening their doors at midnight for people who had waited outside for hours, giving them access to the newest Episode 7 merchandise. When I first heard about the event, I was very excited, not only to see some of the best items from the new movie, but to hang out with some of the local collectors as well, getting a first look at merchandise, maybe even some insight into the storyline and new characters, and to do it all with great friends was going to be a fantastic experience. I went to Force Friday with the local Seattle collectors group, stopping by the Tukwila, Washington Toys R Us and Target stores. We first went to Toys R Us, standing in line for about an hour and a half. It was fun to hang out and talk about Star Wars with some of the biggest collectors in the area, such as author and collector Gus Lopez, and internet personality Chris Pirillo, who had participated earlier in the day at the live unboxing event from Lucasfilm's headquarters in San Francisco. When the doors finally opened, everyone was rushing in to grab their collectibles. I didn't run straight to the shelves as some, however, instead filming the whole way through, checking out some of the displays and collecting the Toys R Us exclusives. When I reached the Force Friday area, it was swarming with passionate collectors, excited fans, and action figure scalpers. I had no other option but to just stand by and watch the frenzy. I did find one item that I was looking for, that being the C-3PO Funko Pop vinyl figure. I was never a fan of these guys in the past, but they've grown on me over time. I also got a few of the last action figures thanks to my friend Jake Stevens from ForLomToZuckus.com. A few other items will be shown off later in the video. After the Toys R Us crowd died down, I stayed behind for a bit to see what was left in the remains, and watch Jeffrey the Giraffe dance.
It's Jeffrey the Giraffe. I imagine they'll for you on Force Friday night. Oh, do you? It's a giraffe. Do you want to leave any of them behind? Come say hi.
Hi.
After that, we headed over to Target to see what was left there. We arrived just in time to enter the Win a Wookiee raffle, where you enter a ticket for your chance to win a gigantic furball with Chewbacca's features. Unfortunately, I didn't win, but I did get recognized as Stargeek for the very first time by one of my followers, who asked where I got my Stargeek t-shirt. That was pretty exciting, as I wasn't expecting to see any Star Warriors during my time shopping for Star Wars toys in the back of a Target store. Great to meet you, Josue. After all that, I didn't pick up much from Target, but I still had a great time browsing around. I also got a Target shopping bag with the BB-8 constellation on it. By now it was about 1 AM, so everyone, including a giant Darth Vader, headed home to get some rest. One thing that I didn't do is wait up until 6 AM for the Disney store to open, but I do know some people that did. The next day, or really later the same day, I went out to Target once again, hoping that the shelves would be restocked. I basically started and ended the day shopping, and I picked up a few more items. I also grabbed a very cool Funko Pop C-3PO Barnes & Noble exclusive. They had a pretty awesome setup, as did Bed Bath & Beyond, where I spotted the coolest Star Wars toy to come out in a long time, the BB-8 Sphero. It looks awesome in person, and it's actually a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. I hope to share some more BB-8 stuff soon in an upcoming video. Overall, the best part about Force Friday was the experience. As cool as some of the toys are, the fun part was having the opportunity to talk about Star Wars with some of the best fans. So, what did I pick up this Force Friday? Let's take a look. Here are most of the items from my Force Friday haul. I picked up quite a few things, not as much as some of the major collectors, but enough to talk about. I struck out on some of the items I was looking for, but ended up getting some things that I definitely wasn't expecting. I was open to anything really, books, action figures, art, and even food perishables. So without further ado, let's look at each item. First up is the 12-inch Star Wars The Force Awakens First Order Trooper. I grabbed this guy at Toys R Us for multiple reasons. Not only do I love the new design of these infantry, but 12-inch figures have always been some of my favorites. It has fantastic detail, with body armor, helmet, and blaster. He'll fit nicely into my collection. These Campbell Star Wars soup cans from Target have great artwork, with characters like C-3PO, Stormtroopers, Yoda, Chewbacca, and the Darth Vader can that I didn't pick up. These cans would make a great addition to anyone's display. I just had to pick up these awesome Bed Bath & Beyond Star Wars bags. One of them has the iconic picture, which I actually have as a poster on the wall right behind my desk. And the other is everyone's favorite droid duo, 3PO and R2. They are especially cool here, because it may be a while before we see C-3PO with his normal gold arm again. I also grabbed this R2-D2 gummy vitamin bottle from Target. I wouldn't have gotten it if it hadn't been for the fact that he looks awesome in a cup holder, as if he's sitting in an astromech pit helping you drive your car. When you think of Star Wars and toys, I'm sure your mind immediately goes to action figures. The Force Awakens line has stunning card art, and calls back to the vintage figures with their 5 points of articulation. The first figure I picked up was Poe Dameron in his awesome X-Wing fighter pilot flight suit. He comes with 1/3 of an accessory. His figure looks great, and I can't wait to get him out of the box. Poe Dameron's role just keeps expanding and expanding, and I really cannot wait to see his character in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. And the same goes for this next figure. I also picked up a First Order TIE Fighter pilot due to his cool armor. He also has 1/3 of the same accessory. The action figure line is very cool, and I'm excited to see some of the figures in the next wave. Star Wars Aftermath is a must-buy, and was on sale at Target, which convinced me to pick up this book. The novel by Chuck Wendig is supposedly the missing link between the end of Return of the Jedi and the beginning of The Force Awakens. I usually don't read too many books, despite my large collection, but Star Wars Aftermath has such a cool sounding premise that I couldn't pass up the opportunity to learn more about the sequel trilogy before the release of Episode 7 in about 100 days. This incredible Trandoshan bounty hunter from Target stands at 20 inches tall. Bosk has always been one of my favorites, so I'm glad to finally add him to the collection. The sculpt of the jumpsuit, scales, and blaster rifle are all fantastic. His reptilian eyes and permanent snarl are a trademark of his character, making this a great purchase. Being some of the first people into the Toys R Us store, we were given these exclusive posters. There's of course this ad for all the new action figures, lightsabers, vehicles, masks, and blasters. But the really cool item here is of course this beautiful Kylo Ren poster, featuring our new villain striking an epic pose while grasping his iconic blade. Surprisingly, my favorite items from Force Friday, I made sure to grab these awesome Funko Pop bobbleheads. In the past I was never a fan, but something about these characters got me interested. I also got a couple exclusives. So, let's look at each of these vinyl figures. Starting with the First Order Trooper. This was one icon that I had to get. Captain Phasma was also a must-buy, with her awesome design. My favorite character, C-3PO, was the first item I grabbed. His new red arm looks great, and the sculpt on this figure is fantastic. This unhooded, battle-damaged helmet Kylo Ren was a cool Target exclusive. And to wrap it up is my favorite item I got this Force Friday. The Barnes & Noble exclusive, Chrome 3PO. How can't you get everyone's favorite protocol droid, especially when he looks so great? I also picked up a few other less exciting items to go in depth about, but you may see that BB-8 is becoming one of my new favorites. That wraps up the haul portion of this video. Keep watching for that special Star Wars deal, and I hope you enjoyed the remainder of the episode. So that's my Force Friday haul and Midnight Madness experience. And now, to the special offer I mentioned at the beginning. If you saw my C-3PO unboxing video, you heard about my friends at www.incredibletoybox.com. In that video, their new website wasn't live yet, but now it is, and it looks fantastic. To celebrate Force Friday, Incredible Toy Box is offering my subscribers a 10% discount at checkout by entering the coupon code StarGeekFF. The code is good through the end of September 2015. Check out the website and grab some cool gear from Star Wars and many of your other favorite franchises. Subscribe to Star Geek for weekly Star Wars content. If you like the channel, please tell a friend. If you enjoyed the video, please shoot that like button at light speed. You can go check out my Facebook page linked in the description. Also check out my Twitter account at StarGeekYT and find me on Instagram by the same handle. Click on the link to the left for my last video, part 2 of my 10,000 subscriber Q&A. You can also click on the right to watch my mystery unboxing and review of the Black Series C-3PO. Don't forget to like the video, and comment on what you picked up this Force Friday below the video. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been Star Geek.
What are you doing? Hey Jason, the creepy creeper.